welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be showing you something admirable, very positive. For the past 2 weeks, from what I believe, they have collected about 39,000 pieces of clothing that would be distributed. It is a huge clothing recycling they have been doing, and during the past 2 weeks they also had about 200 volunteers contributed their time to sorting out all these clothes and stuff like that. So we're going to go inside and check it out. I'm at the Diwali Nagar site, and let's see what they're up to inside, and maybe they'll be able to give us a little bit more information. I'm just giving you a little bit of what I understand. Alright guys, this couldn't be any easy task. Hello. Hi. So all these clothes would have been sorted out during the last 2 weeks by volunteers. From what I understand, it's about 200 volunteers came together to sort all these clothes that was donated. So you see dresses, and even have a maximum amount, I guess, right? Yeah, medium. So in the back of me here, all of this would be children's wear, clothing donated. And here, from all the way there, Indian clothes. All the way there, all the way. Still going all the way. And then, well, we have the wedding dresses here. And you all can see on the back of me, like going all the way back down there. There would be dresses and stuff down on that side, and more things. So we'll try to see if we can talk to someone in charge, and you can get a little bit more information. Try to do here and have been trying for so long. But this is really, I'm just showing you just to give you a visual of how much clothes and stuff it is, and it's real good quality too. But they actually have a system. So when you come in the entrance on that side, you see here blocked off, so you have to walk down this way, and then there would be volunteers on both sides to guide everyone through. So they're having a little meeting down there, and the volunteers are also there while they're talking about, you know, what's going to happen when the distribution starts. A lot though, a lot of baby stuff. It's so cute, real cute things.
This side is girl, that side is boys.
Okay.
So we have from newborn to toddlers.
Right. Oh, and I see you all have these are the toddlers on this side. Wow. Have a lot of Indian wear too.
Yeah, we always have the Indian wear remaining every year.
Really?
Yeah, so we have a little bit of
pampers and stuff too.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh wow.
I'll show you.
Strollers and stuff too. I see you one stroller. Okay.
So socks. Sorry, hats.
Right.
We have some teddy bear that I'd like to have to give to newborns.
Okay.
Keep it for the newborns, so the mothers that having babies.
Right.
So the mothers that having babies, I will have this one side.
Something still in package.
Right, so I'll give this to her. The one who's going to have a newborn, I'll give this to her.
Oh, very
because
nice.
who have babies already, they have already.
Yeah, but
So
who now going to have?
right.
Yeah, look how
So
cute
give
this
this to her.
is. This is nice clothes.
Yeah.
They're like
And you can see they're in good
pretty.
condition.
Yeah, real good condition. They're like pretty new.
Like a mother going to have a baby too.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, this is so cute.
I could put it on.
Oh, that's real nice. Real cute. Volunteers, they're in charge of a different section.
Yeah.
Okay.
So sometimes they might put two according to.
Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you. What's your name again?
Really.
Really. Oh my goodness. Organic. Yes, I'll remember. Okay.
Yeah, Amy is
It's a real nice thing that you're doing here. It's a lot of commitment, huh?
First year, I started with them.
Oh.
They had the flood.
How long ago was that?
That was 2018.
2018. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, yes, I remember.
First year they started.
Okay.
First year I started with them.
Okay.
Going to be able to deal with over 100 families, possibly as much as 200 families who are in need, right? And we have a resource here that they require, and we're going to be able to transfer that resource to them, right? And well, most of you all would have been here for the preparation. So you would have known the amount of effort it took to take the garbage bags from the big pile to make it into something like this, right? And the detail that we went through. So today, we want to be mindful of a couple of things. Now, Mr. Al-Computol, we have these lovely police officers here who are here to support us and help make sure that we have everything in order, and we have some fire officers who will be here shortly. Right? Everybody could be in a situation where they need help. We are at a different point in time. Right? So be mindful of that. And also be mindful of our language. It could get overwhelming at some point in time.
Hi Revan. So could you tell me a little bit more about
So Sewa.tt, we're an organization that's set up to fill gaps in the community, right? Our mission really is to develop strong individuals who would build themselves and add value to society and add value to the country. So in our formation, we realized there were certain gaps in society, food, shelter, clothing, etc. And these gaps are enhanced during times of natural disasters. So we figured out, look, we could build people by doing projects that could help us practice in responding to natural disasters. So today we're doing the clothes drive. And clothes is something that is required after a flood, if people's entire wardrobes get diminished, or a fire, or many of the different disasters. If you have a major disaster, we have to find a way for those who have the clothes to be able to get it organized very easily and redistribute it in a very dignified manner to those who need it. So that is one of the premise for this particular clothes drive. The second reason for this clothes drive is this clothes drive was started after, in 2018, we adopted the Sustainable Development Goals. So since we started, every year we added a new project. Whether in 2018 we adopted the Sustainable Development Goals, and we did some research. There's a research paper, and there's a solid waste policy in Trinidad that was done in 2015. And in that policy paper, it details that between 7.6 and 8.6% of all the solid waste in the landfill is textiles. And these textiles, this is a count of all the landfills in Trinidad, right? And these textiles are blended materials. So majority of it is plastic with polyester, or they have beads, or they have a lot of things in them that is not biodegradable.
Right.
And the blended materials that have some organic material in it, sometimes the organic material will disintegrate, and then you have microplastics in the environment, and these get blown all over the place. It gets into the water system. It's not good for us either, because it gets into our food, it gets into the fish, it gets into everything else, right? So we were thinking about how we could find a way to give clothes that could end up in the landfill a new life. So what happens is, and we did some research, we realized people would have clothes. Sometimes, like me for instance, my auntie and them still think I wear in size small. We grew up. And they buy small t-shirts for you or something like that. They remain in your cupboard, pack up for a little while. You like it, you don't want to give it away. And then eventually a lizard or some moth or something comes in, a hole gets into it, and you have to throw it away. And you would realize that all of these clothes here are almost brand new. It just is for people like that now, you know. So we would have invited persons to bring clothes. This particular clothes drive, we collected over 23,500 pounds of clothes, and we are counting it so that we understand what we were able to keep away from the landfill. Because if this remained in people cupboards for a year or two, eventually that's where it will end up, right? And then we counted every piece individually. So we would have screened through every single piece of clothes, make sure the zipper working, make sure that it have all the buttons. We would have hang them in a particular order, which you'll see everything is categorized by type, by size, so that when people who need come to collect, it's very easy for them to see, and very easy for them, and very organized also. So a big part of it is during this week, we are going to have 1,445 families pass through here and select clothes for the entire family. And the volunteers, we have limited times per day, right? So if there's a natural disaster, we have to be able to collect these clothes, organize it within 2 weeks, and be able to redistribute it within a week. And that is the time frame that we are looking at, and that's what we have been building and we have been achieving so far. So it's really a massive undertaking. I will provide almost statistics since we have them here. We have, in terms of pieces laid out, good pieces, 34,700 pieces, right? We have just over 4,800, 4,900 pieces that we classify as scraps. Now, incidentally, as a country, we buy scraps from outside, sucking up valuable foreign exchange for scraps. So the oil companies and auto companies buy scraps by the pound, and then they sell it to these other small shops that the mechanics and the farmers buy the scraps from. So we now have 2,000 pounds of scraps that we would have gathered from this whole thing, that now will be redistributed to the mechanics, the farmers, and the other companies. Wow. Right? So nothing waste, even that gets a new life. Right? In terms of items here now, we would have had almost 200 volunteers come over the past 3 weeks to help us set up the place as you see it now. They would have come and taken the time and do all of this categorization and all of this sorting. So every item here was donated to us, no cost at all. Everybody gave their time for free. As an organization, we would have asked our volunteers to make contributions. We personally would have made contributions to help build all of these racks and these systems. We would have spent $19,000, which we hope that we can recover from anybody who is willing to make a contribution in just hangers alone. So we have here 19,600 hangers.
Oh my
right?
God.
So it's easy for us to count because we know exactly how much hangers we have out, even though we count it after per section, and we just count the items on the table. And that's how we came up with our 34,600 to 700 items. And in that whole process, you would see there are counts on the table, so we know how much in every section. So that way also, when we distributing, we know exactly how much we allow people to take from every section, because we have people coming from every single area of the country. Whether it is Matlot, whether it's Bish, whether it's Mayaro, whether it's Granville, whether it's Diego Martin, whether it's Central, we have people coming from every single area.
So much for all that information, Rivan, but also how are you all going to distribute? How is it going to be distributed?
Right, so we have 1,445 families, right? 1,445 families who are going to benefit from this. And we do it in a very equitable way. So in terms of the people who are closest to the ground, who know what is happening, the disaster management unit of every regional body, right? And in terms of families, we have 1,445 families that are planned in a way that will benefit from this, right? And this is outside the other planned groups that we have. So we would have done an average at every family to get 25 pieces, meaning that, let's say, an average family of 5 people, mother, father, 3 children, various ages, they could get 2 shirts, 2 polos, that's 4 pieces, maybe 3 or 4 tops for women. They could get what we consider as 1 piece work suit. We also have full 3-piece suits, that is considered 1 piece also. Then we have jeans, we have pants, we have baby clothes, and all of those different things. So when you add up all of that, it's about 25 pieces that they could get when they do the division, right? We'll have excess pieces, of course, and those will go to the hospitals, right? The hospitals have long stay patients who sometimes the families probably don't come enough, or when the soil they close at the chain sometimes, you know. So the hospitals will deal with those. How we select the families is we went to the disaster management unit of every local government council, and the councillors are the people who are closest to the ground. They know the people we need. So every 141 councillors in Trinidad and Tobago would have selected 3 persons, and that would cater for a certain number of persons. Every member of parliament will reach out to, and they would select 6 persons. Then the fire service will select 50 people whose homes would have been burnt. The police service, they have their social section, and each of the 9 divisions would select 10 people, and all of this is cross-checked with each other, so we get the ID card numbers, etc. We've been doing that for the past 2 weeks to make sure that people don't double up, including their dependents, you know. And then we go to several NGOs. The Ministry of Social Development have been partnering with us, so they have the homeless shelters and the other groups of people. They have provided 182 families so far. So that is how we come up with the 1,445 families, and then anything excess we have, we will send it to the additional homes, or ask people to just come and take it. We include migrants, so we have the Living Waters community who would arrange up to 100 migrant families who would also come, and then you have the walk-in people who would normally walk in. Even though we do advertise, because if we advertise, we'll end up with thousands of people outside. We would have taken the time to make sure that every piece goes to somebody who needs it as best as we could. So we at Sewa.tt would like to thank everybody who would have contributed, particularly the donors, the volunteers who didn't just give us the resources, but they give their time, hundreds of man hours. We would detail out at the end how many man hours we would have spent for a project like this. Our estimation right now in terms of value is over $6 million in clothes that we have here, and this is $6 million in value that would eventually end up in the landfill, that getting to be reused in our economy and being given to people who need. So again, thank you to everyone who have participated, and if you want to reach out to Sewa.tt, just visit our website at www.sewa.tt.org, or you can call 333-SCW.
Thank you so much, Raven. Thank you. I can tell you, this is definitely no easy task, and I keep saying it because you know, just that little interview with Raven just taught me that there's so much involved here. Like Raven was actually he did mention that they had to go to the fire service, so they would have told them, you know, certain homes that was being down, or you know, or the hospitals, you know, they are actually here not doing it for any other purpose but out of love, to actually reach a point in your life where you could just give to others selflessly, wholeheartedly, lovingly. You know, you're donating not only your time but your own finances, and you're also trying to get others involved and having to manage all of this. That's not easy, to be honest. So guys, if you all, like I said, if you all want to get involved in Sewa.tt and help, they do other they have other different things going on too, like the food drive, I believe, and well, you can reach out to them. I don't want to say the wrong thing, but there's the blood drive, and then well, this clothing recycle, and then there are other things that you know they actually are involved with. So if you all want to get involved, please contact them and find out in which way that you can get involved.